Personal story time.
Back when actually Kurt cared about being professional, he sounded great. I love it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, I picked this one out. Something fun. Because I hope I'm not missing a mark here with everybody. You can even extend it to glassware if you wish. But it's like, what cool silverware or utensils did you have as a kid? And like as a kid, was into Nesquik, the powdered chocolate milk, right? The big yellow thing, Nesquik bunny, all that. And there was a thing in the 80s where if you saved up enough proofs of purchase, that was the best time, by the way. The best time to be a kid was in the 80s because you could get your parents to buy stuff and you send it as proof of purchases, which took like hundreds of dollars to get. And then they had to send like $6 shipping and handling. And we had, I actually still have it somewhere, this silver, or not real silver, but whatever silverware is made out of nowadays, right? Whatever, plutonium, I don't care. But it's silver spoon. That's for a kid. It's not too small. It's not an adult spoon. And it was in you had the regular spoon part and a little bit of handle, and the rest of the handle was the Nesquik bunny. And it was absolutely made out of the pewter, or again, whatever regular utensils are made out of in the 80s. And I loved it. And then later on, we got plastic versions of different things. For those of you who didn't have that kind of silverware utensil, glasses, right? The collectible glasses like the Shrek was. So that's kind of the idea. So I mean, I loved it. I loved collecting those things, finding it later as an adult going, oh man, digging that out of a box somewhere. I still have them, just like the California raisins. I have all the California raisins from Hardee's in a box somewhere. But all right, so what did you guys Kurt, you might have had there was some really cool stuff in the 60s, 70s, and 80s.
Well, I don't know about the 60s, but sure the only thing that really comes to mind is glasses were a big deal. And mostly fast food places and whatnot. Back when they actually gave glass, like they actually had glass.
Yep.
I still have some Disney ones that I got from McDonald's during one of their anniversaries, but before that, and for a long time, I still had them. I don't anymore. But Burger King had Star Wars glasses, and so there was and they were full color on the outside of pretty good sized drinking glasses. Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, and the first one was just called Star Wars. It was just called Star Wars. But yeah, you had all three. You can still eBay them. They're not terribly expensive. But I remember having those. And then as a teenager, I went through a skee ball phase. And so I would go now here in the Northeast anyway. A lot of our beaches have boardwalks, and along the boardwalks are a lot of arcades. And in the arcades, much like Chuck E. Cheese and things, and Dave and Buster's now, you go, you play a game, you win tickets, and then you can buy stuff at the counter. And back then, I would buy beer glasses, which literally standard 1 pint beer glass, but it had a logo of a beer or a sports team or a lot of different logos. I must have had 30 of those things at one point, just because I loved playing skee ball and loved cashing them in for those glasses. And it was cool. And they were pretty cool. And that was my glassware for a long time.
Look, real quick here in the chat, John Myers says I have some Burger Chef glasses. Don't know what that is. And Kelsey says, do y'all remember the color changing spoons in the silver boxes in the 90s? Yeah.
We had several of those at home as well. My parents didn't really do a lot of these weird ones, it was pretty vanilla. The only thing I can think of that we had was we had some of those Disney cups that had the Disney the art on them.
Like the glasses or plastic?
The plastic ones that came in the box?
Maybe. I don't remember. I think they were plastic. Kurt's gonna go get some.
Well, there's really only two kinds. There's usually only the glass, which they changed out. Again, he was right, it's fast food stuff. I remember having like a Jungle Book on glass. Shrek, when it first came out, brought back the idea of here's real glasses. It's always a set of 4, right? And you had to go and see if each McDonald's had it or whoever was sponsoring those kind of things. Plastic was a little bit easier to get a hold of. Kurt's still running to look.
Yeah. We had several of the glasses, but yeah, for the most part, the stuff we had was. I mean, we had a hodgepodge of silverware in general. Like, I don't think you could pull. So there's 6 kids in my family. So with my parents, that's 8 of us. I don't think we had a full set of 8 of matching anything for silverware. So yeah, no, it was just you set the table with what you have. All right, what do you got?
Couldn't find the ones that I was thinking of, but I do have these.
That's from Fantasia?
The Mickey Mouse Fantasia glass. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we didn't have that one, but yeah, we had
Burger
several.
King, I mean, I'm sorry, from McDonald's in the year 2000.
Now, fill the bottom of that. Is that flat?
No.
So that was later on. So here's the problem. In the 80s and 90s, they were making them cheap, right? And while you were looking around, telling me, the Shrek ones came out, and they brought them back, but they were different because they actually learned how to make glass better. Because here's what would happen is you would get these, and my mom had, I think it was the Disney ones. She really loved the Disney ones. We got them, and you drink out of it, and you put it on a counter, and if the counter was even slightly wet, they were flat bottom glass. So if it was slightly wet, it would just start slow with nobody touching it. It would just start sliding off the counter to go. And ultimately, we lost all of the glassware that way.
Some of us have houses that have level surfaces.
All right, thank you, 1%er, Kurt. Just because I grew up poor, you got to rub my face in the dirt. I don't know, but
there's a reason they don't have basements in the South.
Because we don't have tornadoes? I mean,
it's just a lot of houses around here. At least I don't know how it is in Georgia, but most houses around here don't have basements.
It just vary. Yeah, it's not standard. It is not a standard thing to build into a home because we don't have tornadoes. So
we don't have tornadoes, but we actually have basements everywhere. But that's because of the type of land that we're on more than anything else.
Yeah, and that's what I always assumed it was for here.
Like, if you try to have a basement in Florida, you're underwater.
Well, yeah, there's that.
And that's why his house was level.
Yeah.
Not level. Stupid.